Hi guys, Colleen here, and welcome back to another edition of The Right Wife. Today we're going to talk about building your portfolio. It's an essential part of becoming a freelance writer. I actually started building mine back in elementary school. That was when I first decided that I wanted to grow up to be a writer. And as you can see, I did actually make that dream come true. Hooray! So I'm going to give you a look at my portfolio, which may give you an idea on how to build yours and some of the things that you may or may not want to include. So let's take a look. Now, back in the day, I started saving my portfolio items in the old-fashioned photo albums. Of course, they weren't old-fashioned back then, but I'm going to give you a peek at some of the items in here. I have several poems that won awards over the years and were published in books. Some were chapbooks, some hardcover, some softcover. Some of the poems and articles were magazines. Some they wanted to turn into songs. So this is just a quick look at some of those letters and awards and things. They're just all piled up in here. So if you get any of those types of letters, acceptance letters, you're going to want to save them. I also saved newspaper clippings for times that my articles and poems appeared in certain publications. And again, this is going back to the 1980s. So as time went on, I changed books and started using the plastic sleeves. So you can see some of those. And because I've also worked in advertising over the years, you'll also see some different ads that I've created over the years. This is one that I did for a hospitality management company that I was working for. It's for one of the newspapers. And you can see some more newspaper clippings. This is when I helped a family member get their barbecue sauce approved and in grocery stores. This one was from when I helped plan a big outdoor festival. I also saved letters that people wrote to me about my work and thank you notes, things like that. And these other awards, all in these books. You can see I've established quite a collection over the years. There are a few other ads that I came up with for magazines when I was working in the travel and tourism industry, but this will give you a general idea of what you may or may not want to put in your portfolio. I also recommend saving any magazines and books that you may end up having your work in. I've been in Versus magazine and several different anthologies that are supposed to be in the Library of Congress. Never gone to the Library of Congress to check, but I do have the books. So this is what the Versus magazine looks like, and I'll show you the book in just a moment. Okay, and here's a look at some of the books. As you can see, there's a range of them. They go from these little paper jobbers to hardcover anthologies, but they're all in my portfolio collection as well. Now, as most of you are already well aware, things have changed a lot since the 80s, especially when it comes to content production and consumption. Most of us get the majority of our information online now, so a freelance writer has to be able to write online content, which is a lot different than what you find in printed magazines and newspapers and things like that. So you will want to try to include that in your profile as well to keep yourself relevant. I did transition to a lot of online writing, and in the early 2000s I started writing for Yahoo, and I was one of their top 100 writers for a while there. Eventually I started writing for other sites and for other people, and that is pretty much where we are today. If you do have online content that you want to include in your portfolio, I suggest that you use a site like LinkedIn or start your own blog and use links to wherever your online content might be, so that people who are interested in hiring you can see what you write about, the depth and breadth of your experience, and decide whether or not they want to hire you. So that's pretty much my best advice on setting up a portfolio. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you have any questions about being a freelance writer, you want to know about something in particular, please go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and I will try to work on creating a video that will answer your questions. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.